Midnight City, a place of perpetual night, a no man's land abandoned by our government, among the most dangerous streets in the world. I'm Kyle Maddox, and for the next few hours, we will follow the activities of a new team of heroes who are doing their best to fight back against the darkness. Even as the rest of the world has seemingly forgotten about the plight of our city, we will shine a light on what's happening, meanwhile, in Midnight City. This life-changing and, dare I say, incredibly dangerous project, embedding myself with the superhero team known as the MidKnights, was about to come to a close. Little did I know that they would save my life for a second time in a showdown with the mayor for the soul of Midnight City. And we once again rejoin the MidKnights in their movie theater hideout base headquarters that they have commandeered for their purposes here in protecting Midnight City. We're going to start with you, Trick Taker. What are you up to at this point?
Oh man, ever since that interaction with Adam Evil and her, demanding we send her to the Shadowverse, I have been, holed up. I've actually found a spot in like one of the offices because I've discovered that it's been difficult to read up in this tome from the Midnight Magician about the Shadowverse. I found that going in complete darkness actually makes it easier to read. The letters begin to glow and the symbols and everything. So I've just been sitting in the dark reading about it. Haven't quite cracked it yet, but I'm beginning to understand it more and more.
All right. Excellent. What about you, Shortcut?
I'm just like in kind of the back of the theater, just practicing sword moves, like I can feel there's obviously going to be a fight coming no matter what happens. So I'm like just kind of practicing getting ready for the fight. But I do walk over to Trick Taker and I go to talk to Trick Taker because I want to let him know and tell him that, I keep a lot of secrets about my timeline because I don't know how much it's going to create paradoxes. But back when we fought that technician, and I mentioned that I recognized the place as one of the resistance bases, in my timeline, I do want to tell Trick Taker there was no eternal night in this place. So part of the reason I joined this team is because I know that you're going to do this. I know we make a lot of jokes about your magic not working, but I really believe you're going to do this. It's going to happen.
I appreciate that.
What a vote of confidence. Siphon, what are you up to?
I'm just researching right now. Everything that I can get about the Adam Eve from our time. Obviously, we don't have anything from Adam Eve in her time. She obviously does appear to be a little different. And I'm also reading up on the news, any article that I can get regarding the Invincible War, getting other people's takes on their interactions with the other Invincibles, just in case we were to come face to face with goggleless Invincible.
With that, with what you're trying to attempt there, why don't you go ahead and roll for, I'll let you do reason or intuition, whichever you'd prefer. And let's see if you get any successes.
I'll do intuition because I roll 6. I have 1, 2, 1. I have 2.
Okay. I'm going to give you 2 tidbits of knowledge there. Then, as you're, perusing the internet, you're, trying to, beat the streets for some of your contacts to see if anybody has any info for you, and you might even kind of cross the veil and possibly look for some demonic assistance. Just if they, if any of their, spies might have picked up on anything, and with that, you do see that there were some strange reports of Adam Eve around the time of the Invincible War, where people were essentially saying that she was committing some atrocities out and around. But then at the time, people were saying that it was just AI generated slop, that wasn't like actually, but with your newfound knowledge of what's actually going on with Adam Evil here, you think there may be some actual truth to like some of what was going on there, and so with that, you see that she has been active in stealing a decent amount of stuff. And again, this was all dismissed as fake, by most people, because the Eve of this world has, done a fairly decent job of cultivating a heroic, persona, at least, publicly. And so with that, people stood up, defended her. But again, knowing what she has been stealing some stuff that it definitely looks like she has been trying to make something technological. And again, this all tracks with everything she told you, that she has been trying to figure out a way to get into the Shadowverse. And so far, she has not been successful. And seemingly she feels like she's got to turn to magic in order to make that happen.
Okay. And then when I figure that out, I go and break up Trick Takers and Shortcuts little makeout session and give them the news of what I found.
Okay. All right. So you we'll kind of position you around there. What about Tether Knight? What is Tether Knight up to?
So I recently finished a movie called The Social Network, and before I wasn't really able to do anything with the knowledge that I had gained with this Facebook, because I didn't have a name that I could put on there. But now that I do, I just finished creating my Facebook profile. I've got a lot of really cool action shots and my name all over the place. And while I'm using the computer, I'm also probably asking Shortcut for help because I don't really know human technology too well. I know advanced spaceships and stuff like that, but this MacGuffin that Adam Evil gave me that she dropped on my lap, I'm trying to plug it in to figure out what it does, what kind of information that it has. And Shortcut, if you can help me with this thing.
I'll try, but even this stuff is like, I'm not as familiar with. I feel like Facebook is outdated to most people.
Now to me, I love it. I already have.
I'll help as much as I can.
And while we're all here, guys, can we just agree that we're not going to drop the in the MidKnights? I know you keep trying to get us to do that, Tether Knight, but listen, we like the in the MidKnights.
It worked well, and it was, Justin Timberlake said it so great in the movie that I just thought that it was something fun that I should say, and I'm going to keep trying.
All right. Yeah.
So with that, I will say that you have found out a pretty considerable amount of information on this research that Samantha Eve Wilkins from the other world provided to you. And the main thing that you've been able to kind of track from that is not even the scientific data that is involved there, but what you've really gleaned from it is some of the video footage that the harness from Tether Tyrant was undergoing some experiments and these kind of things. You saw that there are some, we'll say, configurations that you can go into that can actually enhance your, essentially how you're able to move and act, right? So it's a way for you to, more or less pack more punch into what you're doing. And what that does for you is, as you've been practicing that for the last because it's been a couple of weeks since the encounter with that Adam Evil, and in those couple of weeks you've been practicing some of it. The best way I can maybe put it is there's like a springiness that you were able to like see in interacting with Earth's atmosphere that you aren't incredibly used to. But since Tether Tyrant was subjected to all this, especially with Adam Eve helping along, right, with the technology that she's been stealing and everything else, it is going to increase your strength by 1. So on your character sheet, you have figured out how to use leverage a little bit better, and your strength score goes from what is it currently?
5 right now.
Okay, so it
6.
is, to 6. Yeah, your strength score has gone to 6 there now. And as you are, kind of trying to work this through with Shortcut, you do hear that, Kyle Maddox has walked through the front door. You're all not, you don't necessarily have like a security system in this place because, first of all, it's hard to reliably get the power to work in a foolproof way that a security system would pay off the best, but also because people, any of the criminal element around this place has long since understood that they don't mess with the MidKnights. And so they, have essentially kind of left that alone for the most part. So Kyle just walks through the front door and he's kind of just, hey, I'm a little bit early. Hope it's okay. And he starts, yelling through the theater. Basically right now, Siphon, you and Trick Taker, probably don't hear this, but here in one of the office areas where some of the projection goes, which is upstairs, Shortcut, you and Tether Knight do hear that.
Guys,
okay.
Kyle's
Anybody home?
Yeah, we're here. Come on in.
All right.
Do you want us to meet you down there? Or you want to come up here?
Yeah. No. I don't need to go, exploring around the secret base or anything. But yeah, we're on to film today, and Bill's not here yet. But he said he got caught in traffic, which I hope that wasn't a euphemism. But I hope he's okay. But yeah, he got caught up. He should be here any minute.
Great. All right. Well, let's Shortcut. Why don't you go grab Trick Taker and Siphon, and I'm going to show Kyle my Facebook page. Really quick.
You know what? Ask him for help with the USB and all that, because I feel like he's probably a little more adept at it than even I am.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So Shortcut, as you go and kind of get to the others, you typically do film in the lobby area. So as everybody starts to make it around there, you literally hear the doors on the theater just blow open. They blow open almost like in a movie, and you see that Adam Evil is standing in the doorway of the movie theater. And, at first, again, there's no real light coming in behind, but she has kind of made this light, right? And so you almost see her silhouetted for just a moment. And then as your eyes adjust, you see that she is wearing a costume that is similar, at least, to the Adam Eves of this world. It's still using pink and white in the costume design here, but it is maybe a little slinkier. And she walks in, and as she does, she says, "Okay, where's the magician?"
Do I have a moment to instantly do illusion?
I will allow it. Since she made such a grand entrance and trying to draw attention to herself. I'll say that she maybe, if everyone would like to take a single turn before, so we're going to let all of you take a single turn before anything else happens, and she's going to act at the end of the initiative order, and then we'll draw properly for the next round. So Trick Taker, you can go ahead and go if you have something.
So my instinct was just to me, Shortcut, and Siphon and I, we're up against the side there. We just become a seance dog, the movie standee.
Okay. All right. So let's see if you can pull that off.
I believe in.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So that's right. You know illusion innately. That is some magic that you're innately good with. So yeah, you're able to take your full action and do that. Are you doing anything with a quick action?
No, I'm going to hold down just for a second because this is just instinct, and I do that, and then everybody has a moment to breathe, at least on this side of the room.
Okay, Shortcut, anything you'd like to do?
I feel like I should just, I don't have anything immediately. I feel like I need to just stay here with the team, with the majority of the team, and wait,
All right, Siphon, anything for you?
No, like, remind me where we left off with Adam Evil. Are we just fighting her? Didn't we come to, like, an agreement? Remind me.
She said that she wanted, that she was going to give you all some time, but that she is going to come calling, and she is going to, at that point in time, expect Trick Taker to bring her to the Shadowverse.
To get her evil invincible. Yes. And she said
she doesn't call him evil invincible. She calls him Mark, but yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And that they'll do light murder, not mass murder, but light murder just once they're back.
Yeah, casual murder. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll kind of like appear to her, and I'll present myself. I don't like, I'll be the one to kind of like.
Okay. So you just step forward a little bit around the corner. She sees you emerge between some science dog standees.
Yep. And I'll say, excuse me, miss, are you a Theater Rewards member, or what movie are you here to see?
And she seriously makes an exaggerated, look your direction and rolls her eyes, and then turns her head over to look at Kyle, actually, and she says, "Who are you? What's your power?" And then Kyle just says, and he tries to like essentially do a Homer in the hedge, but like behind Tether Knight. And,
I see what he's trying to do. So I actually open up and allow you to slink into me like Homer Simpson, and then you go out the back. So if it's my turn really quick.
It's your turn, yes.
I'm gonna say, hey Eve, let me just put this away really quick, and I'm gonna as a quick action pick up an item. I'm gonna pick up Kyle. And I'm gonna stretch him over to the tables in Zone B. In safety, and I'm gonna just kind of nod to him to stay there, and then I'm gonna say,
and he doesn't say a word. He literally just slinks backwards. Yes.
Yeah. Eve, how would you like to be my Facebook friend? While we wait, because Trick Taker, I know that you're waiting for him to do it, and he got really close. I know that he's working on it, but he's in the bathroom right now. So how would you like to just take a minute and just relax? And I'm not even mad about the front door, but if you'd want to be my Facebook friend, I can show you my profile really quick.
All right. So we're not going to play out every moment of this, but she does actually say, okay, what is the Facebook? And then she, looks at the laptop or whatever your tablet that you're showing her on, and then at some point in the conversation she says, "So wait, like, why would anybody care about what you're doing in your life? Like, I don't understand. They post pictures here for other people to look at and live vicariously. Like I don't understand. Like, what is the point of this?" And
I don't know if it's like a monetary thing, but I think humans live their life by these thumbs up and likes. So I think that gives them some sort of, I myself am on a pilgrimage, and it makes me feel better about myself. So I think that's what it's about. I don't think it's about you learning things about other people so much as it is about like self-gratification. So you should try it out.
If this Adam Evil could turn into a dinosaur, she would right now.
and then she says, well, okay, I definitely understand the self-gratification, but I just don't know if people from my world would just care about other people enough for something like this to actually work. And it's basically at this point that she's like, oh, okay, I'm getting impatient. Is he going number 2, or like where is this little magician? Like, where is he?
If do you know where he is? Because I last I saw he was in the bathroom, and now I don't know where he is.
He had a lot of pea soup, so he's in the bathroom. He's got business to take care of.
All right, somebody needs to go get him, or I'm about to start looking around myself.
All right, Trick Taker, where you at?
All right. I thought this was going to go a different way, but I could step forward. We have decided we are not going to help you. So I think
you just kind of step out. You're not science dog standing. I can't remember if you said seance or science.
Yes.
But either way, there's a humanoid canine creature here that you were, and you step forward and start to say this, and her eyebrows raise, and she says, I don't know if you know how this actually works. Like, you did not have a choice in this matter.
Here's the thing. If you'd like, I can go back, I can get the book, and I can learn how to send you back to your time, to your dimension. But that's it. There's a one-way ticket, and that's the only one you get. Otherwise, you need to leave.
Let's talk about the issue with that, because my mark is not in my world. My mark is in this Shadowverse place. So I won't be leaving here without one of two things. Either you taking me to the Shadowverse, or me killing all of you and taking the tome to a real magician. What's it going to be?
I look to each of my teammates for acknowledgement, but I don't think we can do this. I don't think we help her.
Draw initiative. So here we go. Let's see how this goes. All right. What's what? All right. Our order is Shortcut, Adam Evil, Trick Taker. Oh, I've got to update this, but it is Tether Knight now, and Siphon. So Shortcut, Adam Evil, Trick Taker, Unpronounceable, Siphon.
Okay. I don't want, my first thought is to teleport in and attack, but I feel like I need to save a quick action, so I don't want to necessarily do that just yet. I think I'm going to, just so that we maybe have her a little more surrounded, I'm going to teleport down to Zone D, so that she maybe doesn't necessarily see me right away, but that I'm further on that side, and then I'll save my full action.
Okay. All right. It is her turn, and so she just kind of steps. Actually, she's floating. By the way, her feet have not touched the ground the entire time here. She's just floating the entire time, and so. It's at this point that you see she kind of just shakes her head, almost just in disappointment more than disgust. And you see that she just kind of casually puts her hand out in front of her. And then just this pink energy, just faster than you can see, just forms in her palm and just jets out. But it doesn't hit you, Tether Knight, it goes past you at Trick Taker. And Trick Taker, you're going to try to dodge, or Siphon, you're going to have to also with this, as is Kyle.
So this is a short, a quick action, right?
It is a quick action, yes.
And dodge is agility?
That is correct. If you want to, you can obviously, elect not to.
I will.
Siphon, are you going to?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to have to do this for Kyle also. Poor Kyle is not going to. No.
Oh, no.
The sound of that makes me a little
Well,
nervous.
it was for Kyle.
Oh.
So, if you care more about yourselves, you might still be okay. No, that was worse. Oh, no. Okay.
You can't push dodges, can you?
I
I think no, we
you can't
brought this
push,
up before. You cannot.
I don't think you can, but the rules have changed a little bit in the
They
course
did.
of development here, and
Yeah.
so
Last time we checked, that you cannot.
yeah,
Because
I
remember saying
I
that.
think we landed that you cannot. That is
Yeah.
correct. So
All right.
yes, you cannot.
I have no successes.
Okay. What about you, Siphon?
I rolled 7 die. I had 1 success.
Okay. So that means, let me calculate all of this for Kyle too, real quick.
I don't know. This is pretty bad, guys.
So. Let me see.
Maybe she'll take some popcorn.
What if we
Yeah,
give her
okay,
a discount?
So yeah, that is going to, so basically, where you had placed Kyle in the corner there, which is a great move, by the way. I'm not saying that sarcastically. It was a very heroic thing to do, but unfortunately, with this energy that she has just unleashed, it filled that entire space. And as that happened, you just hear like a and it like slam, and basically Kyle, Siphon, you can barely see him out of the corner of your eye. Kyle just kind of slinks down. Looks like he has been at a minimum knocked out. And then that means that your dodge, Siphon, did remove 1 success, which means that she can't use double damage against you. So for you, that is going to deal 4 points of damage, and then she's going to use double damage against Trick Taker though, so that's going to deal 8 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's all your health. That's everything.
that's far more. Yeah.
Are you at 0 now?
Oh yeah, I'm at -2.
Okay, so it can't go negative, thankfully.
No, true.
So you basically fall down, but you need to make that critical injury roll.
Yep.
So roll the D6. Let me get to the table real quick.
And it's add 2 to this.
Yes.
yeah, add
right?
2 because
Oh
it's
my
2
God.
over. Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's right. So go ahead and do that.
Why do you
It's,
roll so? It's a 6, isn't it?
It's not a 6, but it is a 5.
Oh,
So 5 overall is what it is with the
No.
+2.
No.
Okay, you rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5.
So then +2 to that is
That'd be a 7.
crushed arm.
Okay.
Your arm is broken and completely mangled, so it
Okay.
looks like Lucan's or
Oh, yeah.
Krieg's from.
Nice.
So basically, your arm is mangled. You can't use the
Yep.
arm, and you get -2 dice to fighting, agility, and strength rolls until healed, and that does take a few weeks to heal. So basically, you are -2
Yeah.
dice to any of those physical attributes, but you are also broken at this
Yeah.
point in time. And so, just where everybody is reminded of this, if you drop to 0 health, you're broken. You roll for that critical injury, but then basically, while you're broken, you're out of action, unable to move, roll for any attributes, or use any powers. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
For mine, you said that I take 4 damage.
4 damage. That's correct.
So
Yes.
I do have resilience, so I'm gonna split that and take 2 damage each, 2 from health and 2 from resolve, which brings me down to from an 8/8 to a 6/6.
Okay, got it. You also, took damage. So obviously that can factor in for you whenever it is your turn.
Oh my God.
So
Siphon that bitch, bro.
So the next one is supposed to be Trick Taker.
Yeah,
The Trick
and
Taker
good
is
thing I saved my full action. I can attempt to rally myself, right?
that is correct. Yes.
And that was I'm sorry, which roll was that?
That is going
Presence.
to be a presence
Mhm.
roll.
Okay. Is this pushable just by chance?
Let me make sure. Again, we had
You're
some
looking-
wet concrete.
Okay.
So the concrete is dry now.
Just getting ahead of it, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have you can try to get up again.
Believe in yourself, Trick Taker. You can.
I
do
mean,
this.
I got it.
Can you have
I
the
got it.
dice? Like, can you toss them on the other side of the table, like to your?
Yeah, I can go over here.
Yeah,
you,
go
can,
over
you
there.
can definitely push this. Yes.
Okay, this is pushable. All right.
Yes.
2 successes.
Bro, it was the wrong side the whole time.
The whole time?
The whole time.
Just a question. Do you want to push it to
What
get
is the result
potentially
again?
more successes? So basically, for each success, you get 1 point of health back.
I do have 1 hit, which means I'd only be rolling 3 dice to get to hopefully get 1 more. I have decent resolve, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna roll
Okay.
these 3 dice. And I got 1 more 1 and 1 more 6. So that
Okay.
means I have 3 health and 2 hits to my resolve.
That's it. Yep. Take 2 stress, and then you restore 3 points of health. So you are, after that full action, and again, this was a new round at this point. Actually, like this was your card draw in this round. So you do technically have a quick action left if you wanted to do anything.
Oh,
with a
that's
quick
right. I
action.
do. I thought that. No, wait. That was my dodge. My dodge, and then my full action was the.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did dodge. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Correct. You're right. I thought we were counting the preamble round that I let you all have. So yes. So you are up now.
Mhm.
But
I am
out of
one arm.
actions. Yeah.
Yep.
So then it is Tether Knight. Your turn.
So I feel like I'm gonna need the extra, the boost here. So as my full action, I'm gonna do my size alteration, and I'm gonna grow.
Okay.
Which increases my strength by 2, my slugfest damage by 1. I lose 2 agility, which I don't really use anyways. I'm immune to grappling, knockback, and slam. And then
So actually, what it sounds like something might be slightly older there from the latest version of the rules. What? So your strength goes up by 2, and
Yes.
your strength is 6 now. So then it goes up to 8.
Yep,
Right. So then, what is your slugfest damage right now?
4.
Okay. So it's 4. So
So it
do
will
you
go up
have
to
str-
5.
Yep. It would go up to 5. That's right.
Because it says when I grow, strength goes up 2, slugfest goes up 1.
Well, no. Then, okay. Do you have the strike power? I just can't remember if you had strike or not.
I don't.
I don't believe
think
you
I
do.
do. No, I don't. No.
So it will go. It should be going up to. So if your strength is now 8 after the transformation, that extra bonus to slugfest damage is not in the latest rules. So basically, it will be half of your strength, which is 4. So we may have been doing some of that a little differently.
Okay.
But you know what? Since this is all the cards right here, I'm going to say that it's 5. And so your slugfest damage is 5. Your strength is 8 at the moment.
Perfect.
So
And
let's
then
see
I'm gonna
what happens.
I'm gonna hang on to my quick action and move on.
Okay. All right. And then that Siphon, it is your turn. You've got a full action left.
Siphon.
Siphon, can you hear us?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, all good. It's your turn. Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna Mimicry. My eyes start glowing after the hit that I took from Adam Evil, and I fall to my knees, and I feel the power surge through me. So what do I got?
Okay, I can't quite remember. How many powers can you mimic?
3.
Is it 3? And then for attributes, it goes up to what level? Are you doing powers, or are you doing attributes, or a combination? Let me just tell you, her attributes actually aren't that powerful. Adam Eve is all about powers, so probably powers.
Yeah, so I'll go powers.
Okay, so you can pick up for. Let me just make sure. This Atom Evil is a little bit different than our Earths. So you can pick up matter control. You could pick up transformation, and those are actually well, you get the basic versions of those, and you can pick up barrier. So that gives you armor 3. Like, you can make barriers on people with armor 3. If
on other people or myself included?
Yourself or other people.
Okay.
And actually, when you use that power, you can do 3 at once.
Oh.
I think you should just take all 3 of those, Siphon.
Yeah.
There is one other that she has that is summoning. So summoning now. With her summoning, that is not like you're summoning reinforcements like some versions of the power. It would basically be those pulling stone together like she did before.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
Okay.
So those are the 4 powers she has. So which 3 do you want to pick up?
I'll do the first 3: the matter control, the transformation, and the barrier.
Okay. So basically, with matter control, you can essentially manipulate and move matter, and with the basic version of that, I believe that's going to let you do it up to let's look at that just to make sure in case you want to use that. That is going to let you do, we have matter control, there you are. It will let you do it up to 400 pounds. Now you can take stress to do more than that, up to essentially a ton. But you can do up to 400 pounds. You can essentially move and manipulate. You could manipulate 400 pounds of air to make it move, or whatever, like that kind of thing. But then transformation, on the other hand, allows you to take up to, and let me just make sure that it is actually the same weight range here. It's going to let you do, there you are. It's going to do the same, up to 400 pounds. You can take any non-living physical matter and turn it into any other non-living physical matter, by using a full action to do that.
So question, for matter control, you said that I can manipulate matter. What's the difference between manipulate and transform?
Yeah, it's more like, so manipulate here means move.
Okay, gotcha.
Is more what that means. Whereas transformation, so basically you're taking a substance and moving it with matter control. With transformation, you are taking one substance and changing it into another substance. So obviously, Adam Eve in the comics does both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. How should I use these powers?
I mean, just assume you're Adam Eve at this point and do what she would do.
Mm-hmm.
Like act like she would act in terms of the abilities.
Yeah.
I would try to incapacitate her,
to fight Adam Eve.
I think putting barrier on 3 of us would be fantastic.
Well, my first question was going to be, will putting armor on Trick Taker help him at this point?
If I get hit again, yeah.
He's back up at this point. So basically what this means is, with barrier as a quick action, so it doesn't take a full action. So as a quick action on your turn or as an interrupt action. So that's really important.
That's awesome.
So you don't have any actions right now, but once the round changes again, as a quick interrupt action, you can basically shield yourself or a target in your zone, and it lasts for a few minutes, and it has armor 3. And it can move with the target, it can move with you, any of those. And you can have up to 3 barriers active at the same time. Now, you can't do it. I realize what I said earlier might have been misleading. You can't do 3 at one time.
Oh, okay.
You can have up to 3 active.
Yeah,
you can do it with. So you could do 2, though, if you used your quick action and another quick action
armor.
To do it. Yeah. Well, no. It's you can only ever have 1 armor at a time. But you would get 3, and 3 armor is obviously fairly beefy. And so, but yes, it is a good option. I think for you to potentially do that.
All right, that's a quick action.
All right, so I'll take a quick action and put armor on.
You don't have a quick action because you dodged.
Mm-hmm.
You dodged. This is still that same round.
That's
the mimicry counts. The mimicry counts
as a full action. I think.
Gotcha.
Let me make sure though.
I wasn't sure if mimicry was a
as a full action.
Yeah, as a full action. Yep, it does.
Yeah, it does. So that's it for you. And then but I believe it looks like that is the end of the round, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So that is the end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are going to draw again. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to actually change the name of Tether Knight here to make sure that I don't say the wrong thing. And then Adam Evil. There we go. Since that's what everybody's calling her, we'll go with that. So let me draw. And this time, wow. Okay, that is different. Okay. I thought it was the exact same, but it is different. Shortcut, Adam Evil, Siphon, Trick Taker, Tether Knight. So one more time. Shortcut, Adam Evil, Siphon, Trick Taker, Tether Knight. Okay. All right. Shortcut, what do you do?
I'm gonna teleport in and attack. We gotta start getting on the offensive here. I'm hoping she doesn't see me since I was off, kind of tucked away in the corner. So I will teleport in and attempt to do strike. And I got 1 success.
Push it.
Okay, well, I have 4 ones.
Oh, don't push it! Don't push it!
Don't push it! Don't do it.
4 ones. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna not push it. I'm gonna not push it and just take the 1 success and hope that it's
okay. She does not dodge, but you do see that she places basically this kind of spiky pink armor over herself. Okay. But you do still hit. How much damage does that deal?
Base slugfest is 4.
Okay. So you see that as you hit that, basically as that spiky armor materializes, it essentially negates the blow. Like you don't think that you found purchase with that strike. And she just kind of smirks at you. It's almost like this like pink hand materializes and almost pats you on the head, but maybe that was just in your mind. You don't know if that actually happened or not. All right. So then Shortcut, anything else? That's it, right?
I think that's all I can do, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so wait, you were
Did
here.
that use your short action too?
To teleport in, yeah.
Yeah, to move 1 zone, yeah.
Yep. So she is going to this time you see that she is going to blast again, this time at Tether Knight. Are you going to try to dodge?
So I actually have deflection. So I can block shooting attacks using fighting, and then I can counterattack. So my fighting is 8.
Okay, so if you're going to use that quick action, go ahead and do it. And then I'm going to go ahead and let you know, Shortcut, this is going to impact you as well. She is yet again detonating this energy, and it's going to get anybody in that zone. So you don't do you have anything left? You don't have anything, do you? Sure.
I don't think so because I moved one zone and attacked, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So I did get one success on my deflection attempt.
So she got 2, so you negate one of those, so you're going to take 4 points of damage.
Okay, I do have 3 armor against kinetic attacks, so I would take 1.
That's right. And again, she just kind of casually, this time doesn't even like really point at you. It's more like she just waves her hand in the air, and you see the energy just kind of blast out from her, hitting, Shortcut and you, Tether Knight. It tickled you a bit, like you certainly felt it, but Shortcut, you definitely felt it because she's going to use the double damage stunt. And that deals 8 points of damage to you.
Okay, so I've got 2 health left.
Okay. So then she basically, after she does this, she says, I don't understand why we're even fighting right now. All I want you to do is give me a ticket out of here, and this is what you make me do. And she starts getting really emotional and very unhinged at this point. That is all she's doing for now. Siphon.
All right, so I start like waving my arms around like a fucking earthbender. With one hand, I reach over toward Trick Taker, and I put armor on him.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that? That's just a quick action, right?
No, yep, just a quick action, and you now have armor 3.
Thank you.
And then I like do like a little flip, and then I with both hands go after Adam Eve, and her spiky armor. I want to manipulate that and turn it into little vampire plastic teeth on the ground.
Okay, so since this is something on her, this is outside the power description stated effect. That doesn't mean you can't do it, because definitely allowing you to do it, but you do need to succeed on a roll. And this roll with the transformation, you can choose whether you would like to use reason, intuition, or presence. But you do need to succeed at a roll for this.
So it's gonna be intuition because I roll 6.
Okay.
1 success. No one.
Okay.
I could push. Wait, is it just 1 success?
That's all you needed for this. Yes. Okay. And so basically, it's kind of new to you. It feels a little strange as you're doing this. But this pink energy that just really clashes with your motif, with your outfit. But this pink energy, comes out of your hands, and you do see that, like, for just a moment, it feels like it might not work, but then it like pushes through, and the pink, spiked armor starts, kind of disintegrating and shifting, and it looks like really, kind of primal for just a second, but then it's just got these little like chattering, plastic vampire teeth that fall off of her form. And she just kind of cocks her head up at you and says, really neat trick. One of the other things that you notice that is a little strange to you is as you're doing this, it feels like you're pushing into the armor. It almost for just a moment feels like you can, like get to her costume and possibly even her skin, but it's like something's holding you back. From doing that, but the armor is now gone from Adam Evil. Nicely done. Anything else? I think that's it for you.
That's it for me.
Siphon. So Trick Taker, your turn.
I'm like kind of in shock. Not only do I have like a severe aversion to blood, I'm trying not to look down at my arm. It is just completely mangled. I just kind of look over at Adam Evil. There is an ability that I also have inherent, like illusion, that I don't get to use that often, and it's called affliction. And I actually have mental affliction, which allows me to do a shooting action where I can roll using my intuition, which is 8.
Yeah, it's like you're placing a hex on her.
Yep.
Yep.
So with my good arm, that is 1 and 1. And I don't think I need to push because I don't really think the boosts will do anything with this. So I'm going to stick with my 1 success here.
Okay.
With my 1 good arm, I'll reach out and like snap my fingers and there's like a purple burst and suddenly she is like has this affliction, this weight placed upon her.
And the impact of that is negative how many dice?
3 dice for all of her attacks.
Okay. -3 for all of her attacks. So she again, her face kind of screws up with it and it looks like she's trying to shake it off for a second, but then you still see that there's a little bit of where the pink is just continuously glowing from her eyes while she's in this battle mode. You see that it starts to tinge like the edges of it in purple. It definitely feels like she's impacted and affected by this. Anything else, Trick Taker?
I do have a short action a quick action available, but I don't think I have much. I mean, maybe should I again, I'm kind of in shock, but can I glance over and maybe walk over to our buddy and see if he's doing all right?
Yeah, you certainly can. And so as you mosey over there, you kind of kneel down, keeping your eye on the situation out here, still, but then you are able to, place a couple of fingers against his neck. Kyle is alive, but he is, it looks like he is unconscious, at a minimum, heavily concussed, but he is alive. All right, then that is Tether Knight, your turn.
So I have 1 full action here. Guys, I can either try to grapple her, in which case I get +2 to my strength for being bigger, and then let's see, +2 to my attack roll. So I would roll like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dice when she tries to break free. So I don't think so. I could either do that, or I could just try to do a slugfest attack.
She has no armor right now,
and she can't try to do some.
Try to do some damage. Yeah. Okay.
I'm worried she's gonna put the armor back up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
And if I have her grappled, she can't do anything.
Oh, true.
Yeah, she can't attack if she's grappled, right?
All right. What are you doing?
I think what do you guys think? Should I attack her?
Go.
Trust your gut, TK.
Yeah, trust your gut.
I'm gonna grapple her. I feel like I'm the grapple king, so I'm gonna grapple her.
Okay.
So I get 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then +2. So I'm gonna try to wrap her up with as many of my tethers as I possibly can.
Okay.
And I got 2 successes. I could push.
You might want to.
Okay, so I got 1-1. I got 1-1.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I didn't owe you the benefit of that one because otherwise she would just win. Like, this was wild how many she rolled.
I got 1 more success and no 1s.
Okay, so how many successes does that end up with?
So I have 3.
Okay, so I kid you not, for her to resist this, she is only rolling 4 dice. I rolled a 6 on all 4 dice. Like I'm feeling
twice?
like taking a picture.
Or can I only push once?
You don't have the talent that allows you to do that. There is a talent that allows you to do it, but you don't. So she avoids that grapple with a miraculously statistically unlikely roll. I don't know if I've ever rolled 4 6s on 4 dice. But anyway, I just did. And so she does not. You wrap around her, and basically it's like, it's almost like she's manipulating the air around her to make it like slick. So it's like coconut oil or something, and it's just like not. It's like not. You can't grab her. She's like a greased, pig or something, and you cannot grab her. Anything else, Tether?
Nope, that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay, that's the end of the round.
Yep.
So then back up to the top. What do we have? This is going to be Siphon goes first, Shortcut, Adam Evil, Tether Knight, Trick Taker. So
Okay.
Siphon, Shortcut, Adam Evil, Tether Knight, Trick Taker.
All right,
Siphon,
so-
what you got?
So I start doing my Earthbender moves again, and then all of the little plastic vampire teeth start to lift up off the ground, and they potentially start growing into the size of like a volleyball, and then they turn to metal. And then I say, I'm scared of vampires. It's time my enemies share my dread. And then I attempt to launch them at her.
Okay. So that is a matter control thing there. So you'll make that agility.
So I have 7 die.
Yep.
6, 7. Jeez, 1, 6.
it.
Okay.
Push it.
Oh, I do have 1, 1, and you're right. I'm gonna push that.
This is
Okay.
just to actually make them grow, or is this the telekinesis to throw them?
No, this is
This is
the
to throw it
attack.
at her.
Oh, it's the attack. Okay,
Okay.
then yeah, push it.
With one die, I have to take 1 resolve, right?
Yeah. And then however many
Maybe
other
more than
ones
one.
you roll here.
3 6s.
Whoa.
That's what
Out
I'm
of-
talking
3
about.
4 out of 5 die. 3 6s.
Okay.
Nice.
So 4
So that's
total.
4 total, right?
Oh,
4 total, and
Sick.
no ones.
let's do
Okay,
it.
so
Except for the one that I
with
already
that, I will say that since you intentionally made these into metal, I will say that these improvised elements have the sharp property, which does unlock your possibility of using the deadly hit stunt. If you just elected to go that route, which
Which is
a pretty
great.
good idea. So there's a deadly hit, but then you obviously can do double damage here. Another stunt that you can do. I'm trying to let me just make sure though what is applicable with each other. So basically, if you did deadly hit, you basically your attack causes damage. And you inflict a critical injury, even if the target is not broken yet. So then basically you'll roll a d6 and add the amount of damage inflicted by the attack up to a maximum of +6 to determine the injury on page 96. So basically, since it has the sharp damage, you can do that. It can't be used against huge creatures. You can't combine it with knockback or bang heads, but it can be
This is an
combined
ability I'm
with.
gaining going forward.
No.
this
This
is
is just
just
for this
just now.
attack.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
For this attack, you can basically say, I want to. So you've got a couple of options here, and I'll try to explain it this way. You can do this attack. Since you got that many successes, you can use the double damage stunt, which is going to balloon that up to 6 damage, which is the maximum you can use with deadly hit anyway. So then you could use deadly hit, and then essentially she will be rolling immediately. She'll take the health damage, but basically she will immediately roll on the critical injury table with +6 on her roll.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, TJ. I mean,
Okay.
Siphon.
So I think that's what we're doing. I'm gonna let you roll her critical injury die. So roll 1d6, just where everybody knows I'm not fudging here.
So if she gets a 6, she takes 6 hit damage.
No.
She's already taking it.
Yeah.
She's already taken the damage. If she gets 6, if you roll a 6 on this, she gets the head crushed critical injury, which her head burst like a ripe melon, blood and brains gushing out. She's dead.
They each do something different. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's easy.
Shortcut's got his sword ready.
I'm ready.
Sword ready.
I'm waiting.
I'm over here like Squidward,
All right.
very excited.
What'd you roll, Siphon?
She got a 2.
A 2.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be an overall 8. And that means that she gets a crushed leg. So her leg is
that's
broken
fitting.
That's ironic.
or completely mangled.
Welcome to our
until-
universe, bitch.
Until healed. Ground movement becomes a full action, and she gets -1 to fighting, agility, and strength rolls, and it takes a few weeks for that to heal. So she's basically -1 on all those physical things.
Yep.
And
All right.
-3 still, right? Because
Yep.
of her affliction.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's right.
This is good.
Guys, we're doing it.
She does get a presence roll to resist that on her turn or whatever. But yeah, on the affliction, I'm saying. All right, let me check on one other thing. Who was next while I'm doing this? Who's next?
Shortcut.
Yep,
Yeah.
shortcut. So let's see. Yeah, okay. I wanted to see if her presence roll takes an action, and it does not on her turn. So, okay. All right, what are you doing, shortcut?
I'm striking. I'm pulling back the sword, and I'm taking advantage of this moment while she seems weaker.
Okay.
And I got 2 successes.
Sweep the leg.
And only 1.
Push it. Push it.
So I kind of want
to.
I'm gonna push
Do it.
Okay.
Sweep the
I
leg.
got 1 more success and 1 more 1.
So
I
what
have
is your resolve down to
3
at this
total
point?
successes, and then 2 taken off of resolve gets me down to 4.
Okay. I'm trying to think about my action economy here and what I want her to do. Okay, she's going to take this. So are you doing double damage?
Yeah, I think I've got to do double damage. I don't want to knock her back into like the zone where Taker and Siphon are.
So for the way that stunts work, does he get a stunt for each success?
Some stunts can't interact. Like if you choose deadly hit, you can't use knockback, for instance.
Right. Okay.
But yes, like for each success, it can be a stunt as long as the GM allows it. Yes, if it makes sense.
Like double damage for one of them, and then maybe stun for the other one, so she misses her next turn.
Yeah. So let me make sure that's gonna actually jive with what she can do here. So there's that, and then the stun is must make it me. Yeah. Okay. So basically, she gets the presence roll for no action. Yes, if you want to do that, you can do that, and then she's going to try to resist the stun.
Okay.
All right. So how much damage does that end up being then?
My base slugfest is 4, so if I'm doing double damage with the other one, that would be 8.
Okay. So it'll deal the 8 damage. She did make the presence roll. She's got a fairly high presence. And so she's not stunned, but it does do the 8 damage, and her armor was down, for that. So that does 8 more damage to her. Okay. She is still up. Her leg is crushed, but she is up at this point. Anything else? Shortcut.
I think I'm going to save my quick action.
Smart.
She
goes next.
She goes next. All right. So you see that she kind of floats up, a little bit, and is like flying, and she's now at an elevated altitude, which means that she is. You can't make slugfest attacks against her unless you also get to elevated, and then, but then from there, shooting attacks still work or whatever. But when she goes up there, you see that again she's glowing here. She gets this free presence roll on her turn to see if she gets rid of the X that was placed on her. So let's see if that happens. Yeah, she got 2 successes, so she is no longer hexed at this point either. But it gave her a -3 on the dodge attempt that she was going to make. And so it actually dissuaded me from dodging with her earlier. So it did its job for a little while there. So with that though, you see that she kind of says, I thought that I saw something strange when I first got to this world, but and it just made no sense to me, and so I had to look into it a little bit more. But it sounded like the Brandyworth here put some kind of block in your Adam Eve where she couldn't
Oh my god.
she couldn't do anything with living materials.
Oh my god.
But I mean, honestly, I think that was a bitch move because my Brandyworth didn't care at all about that. And then you basically see that she then, uses an action. And, so she restores, wow.
If you could stop saying "oh yeah" and "wow,"
I'm gonna push this. I'm gonna push this with her. Oh my god, I got 2 more. She just restored 8 points of health. As you see that she basically, like, the energy surges through her and her leg begins to knit itself back together.
What?
And then she says she sees the look on your faces and she says, "Yeah, I've got it like that. You're all in so much trouble." And that's all she's doing for now. All right. So then it is Tether Knight, and then Trick Taker is the end of the round. So Tether Knight, what are you doing?
All right. So I'm gonna try to grapple her again.
Okay.
Well, wait. So is she afflicted now? Does she still get minus anything to anything?
She gets the negative. She has not healed her leg entirely.
Yeah.
So she does get that -1 still to all of those. But I will say, just, again, for folks at home, you would typically not be able to grapple her at elevated, but because of your stretchy elongation and everything, you actually can. So I did want to just kind of call that out. But
I can also make a slugfest attack into adjacent zones, and I'm assuming her being elevated is like an adjacent zone, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just try to hit her.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to hit her.
Make that fighting roll.
7, 8. So that's 8. Yes, because stretch grapple, you gain +3 to the grapple attack, but I'm not grappling. I'm just doing a regular slugfest attack here.
So I don't need to roll any dice for this. Yep.
Oh my god, I didn't get any successes, but I got 1-1. So I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
And re-roll 1, 2, 3.
You are all pushing so much. It's like it's very climactic. What happened?
Sucks, doesn't
what
it?
happened, Tether Knight?
I don't like what Adam Evil's doing to you, Adam.
Did
turning you into a dick.
He's the real Adam Evil.
Adam Evil, yes. So
I got another one. Oh no, wait, sorry. I got 2 1s and no successes. So my resolve is down to 3 from 6.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy. So with that, I do have a question. I don't know how often you all get to see each other in real life, but did you happen to like shake hands with Ryan, or like did anything like that happen? This week, like just
put it on the other side, Bill.
Yeah.
I got 2 6s. I just rolled it on the other side to see what would happen. All right, I'm rolling to my left. Ryan, you're rolling to your right?
Yep.
Okay, so I have to roll to my left. We have to roll opposite.
Up is down, down is up. Yeah, got it. Okay. All right. So
hey, Shortcut, how you feeling over there?
Pretty bad.
Where are you at?
I'm at a 2 out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna use sorcery to learn some healing right now.
Okay. Yep.
So
for everyone at home, again, talking about, the rules have been in progress as we've been doing some of this. We have landed on the final rules that sorcery is something that you do need to declare which spell you're trying to prepare ahead of time, because if you fail the presence roll, you can't try to prepare that same spell for a few hours. So, we
if I fail this, I won't be able to. It's like me trying.
Can't do healing after this. Yeah, because it's just not working today. That spell's just not working today. So
I'm going for that spell.
Good luck.
On the correct side of your table.
Correct. And it gave me 2 6s. So I'm going to use that as a quick action.
Yeah, nice.
And then I'm going to get over to, I'd like to get over within range of Shortcut and use it. Whether or not that can be used this turn,
No, because it's going to take the quick action to get
so you know what?
to-
I'm going to use the quick action to heal myself, and then I'm going to use the stunt to heal myself, and then my quick action to move over towards shortcut.
Got it. Okay, so go ahead and make
I have
that.
to be within range of him to heal him, which I'm not in a good spot, guys. Just putting that out there. But
So,
I can get us out of here if we need to.
So go ahead and make that roll though, and see how much health you recover.
That's right. And it is a roll for presence.
I believe
think.
presence. Let's
Yep,
verify.
presence.
Presence. Got it. Yep.
That's 6. And this is pushable, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That is 2 6s, and that's 3 each, which would bring me up to. I mean, I'm capped, so I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So you successfully cast a healing spell, and as you do, you essentially just kind of tap your own chest, and you feel rejuvenated. And again, you set out
all adrenaline right now because I'm full health. I've got this armor. My arm, I'm just not looking at it. It's just going to be over there.
But no, as you've started to heal the arm, definitely you're still feeling the effects, but you do see that it's less mangled.
Okay.
You still have the injury, but it is starting to magically kind of knit itself back together, just as her leg was doing.
I believe you. I'm not going to look at it though.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've heard great things about adrenaline in fights, so I think you're going to be great.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for you, Trick Taker.
Yep, that's the round.
All right. That is the round. We're drawing again. Let's see what happens. Siphon goes first. Tether Knight. Adam Evil. She's been in the middle the whole time.
Dang.
And then Shortcut, and then Trick Taker bringing
Come
up the rear.
on. Shortcut. I tried, man.
You're
All
good.
right,
It's
so-
not good.
We got this.
So Siphon, your turn.
Okay,
Guys,
so
get her away from us.
so she did all that crazy shit, and then she was talking shit to us, and it scared me. So I want to go into one of my talents is stealth.
Yeah.
So I can. What can I do? I have to roll or do an action to get into stealth? Or because it's a talent, am I in stealth?
It's essentially that she knows where you are. So if you are trying to actively find a hiding spot, if you're wanting to move up to Tether Knight and then Homer him again. No, I'm just joking. But if you've got to find a spot that would be reasonable to hide behind. So you do know the movie theater, this is your home. And so I would say that it is reasonable that you could figure out, that you could basically duck behind this wall and, run up the wall, grab the rafter, get up in the vent. Like you can find some way, but you can't just it's not video game where you're just hit a button.
Oof.
And you're go invisible that's not how that would work. But as long as you can explain to me some reasonable way that you could obscure yourself from her, then you would make an agility roll, and we can see how that goes.
Okay. So I will do that. I'm gonna, like you said, I'm gonna try and get up into the duct area.
Okay.
And you said agility.
Projector
room. That has a clear line to the lobby area.
Yeah. What I was going to say is that there is a window here, so I will say that that's pretty reasonable to say that you can get up here quickly enough that you can essentially get to where you can still see her, at least where she currently is. And if you succeed on this agility roll, then she's not going to necessarily know where you are. Now she might have ways to find you when it becomes her turn, but she wouldn't necessarily know right now.
Would this be considered a quick action or a full action?
To do all of that, that's gonna need to be the quick action for the movement, and then to make sure you are well hidden would be a full action.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you can still get up
7
here with the quick action, and then say pop off an arrow or something. I would allow that to happen.
That's
kind of not going to have any benefits from any kind of being hidden.
Gotcha. Okay. I got 2 6s out of 7. I got 2 successes out of 7.
Okay. On the trying to be stealthy.
Yep.
With that, I will let you use a stunt to do that faster. So, because that's one of the general stunts you can do. So, since you got 2 successes, we'll say that all of that did just consume your quick action. So, if you would like to take a full action, you can do that now.
Okay, then I will do. I'm gonna shoot my arrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a major blast. So I'll roll agility. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll see if it's major
7.
or not. Yep.
And then do I don't. Let's see. Deadly blast. Actually, no. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna do a major blast and see what I get. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 6. 1 success.
Okay.
Out of 7 die. I keep doing that.
And what is the damage there?
Major blast is 4.
Should you push?
I got 2 1s.
What's your
Yeah,
resolve?
no.
What's your resolve? What's your resolve?
5.
Yeah, he had
Do it, man.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna
go
do
down
it.
to 3.
Hey, you're not doing it?
I'm not gonna
Okay.
push.
Okay. So you do see. So wait, what was the damage one more time?
My damage is 4.
Okay. You see that as that's coming at her, she puts up another barrier. This time it's not spiky armor. It looks like she was a little more improvisational here and like maybe more in a hurry. So it really is just kind of a shimmering pink light that shows up. The arrow still gets through, a little bit, but much of it was negated by the barrier that she put up.
Did I hit her in stealth?
No. Like she knew where you were.
So, so just for my next turn, I'm still not in stealth.
She knows where you are. The rest of your team doesn't, but she knows, and there's a reason behind why she knows. Like there's not going to be a way that you're going to be able to get away from her easily because she has a power that allows her to know where people are.
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's my turn then.
So, yep. All right. But I will say again, 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. I will say that you get that information. Like you know that she knows where you are.
Gotcha.
All right. Then it is Tether Knight.
I'm gonna grapple her. So 2, 4, 2.
You've got a really good chance of doing this if she doesn't roll, 4 out of 4 6s.
All right. So I'm rolling to my left. I've been practice rolling the entire time TJ was going. 1.
I'm just saying, ooh, now just to freak everybody out.
I have 2 successes.
Okay.
Did I?
All right.
I
And
mean,
1 1. I still have 3 resolve.
that's not a lot of resolve. 2's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
You grapple her.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm grappled the shit out of her.
All right. You
So
got
I'm
her.
pretty-
Anything else?
I'm pretty mad. No, because that's my full action. I just have a quick action left, which I will leave
Okay.
just to see what she's gonna do.
All right.
Hey guys, don't forget. Adam, can you just remind us how wrecking a zone works again?
Yeah. So wrecking a zone, like once that happens, it can't be wrecked again. Okay. That's the main thing that everybody needs to know. But the reason you might want to do it in the first place is because it does give you a bonus to your attack. And those kind of things, right? But some powers also do this by default. So, for instance, when he picked up the vampire teeth, I didn't make it wreck the zone in that case because I'm saying he already had some material there that he used. But typically, that's going to wreck the zone that. You used transformation in that, but the matter control does typically do it, right? But in this case, these zones right here are not wrecked yet. I have a feeling they're about to be. Okay.
All right.
It is Adam Evil's turn. And then she said she like literally looks like she has just like found a bug on her arm or something, right? She just looks disgusted by this grapple that you have on her. And she's like, absolutely not. This is not going to happen. And she grabs one of your tentacles, and she is about to make an attack against you. And all I can say about the attack right now is just determining whether you want to try to block it or not.
You got that.
So is she able to do that while grappled, or?
Yep. You are right about that part. So let's see if she's able to break free first. I forgot about that.
And then plus 2, and plus 2 to my. So I'm rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice with my increased size to try to stop her from breaking free.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
Sounds about right.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes. 4 Adam Evil.
Yep,
it's not a little spider. It's a motherfucking tarantula on your arm, bro.
Let's see.
That's also a spider, by the way.
He's learning. TK's unfamiliar with the species.
Yeah, it's bigger. I thought maybe that would make a difference.
So she is going to push to see, because she is the active in this. And how many did you get?
4.
All right, she breaks free.
Dude,
just breaks free.
That's fine. That's fine.
So she breaks free, and again she looks disgusted. She grabs a tether, and then you need to, like, if you would like to try to block this, you can. Otherwise, you can just let it happen. But
no, I'm gonna use deflection because I still have a quick action left, right?
All right.
So
go ahead and roll that fighting. Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 and 10. I didn't get any successes, but I do have armor of 3. So do your work.
Okay. Not going to matter in this case, because what she does is she actually in one of the most excruciating experiences of your life to this point, your tethers, it's like your skin is just being completely ripped apart at the molecular level. Mm-hmm. And she has changed essentially, like, as you're grappling, all of the tethers that are like up there with her trying to grapple, she changes them into some kind of metal lead, and they just slam into the ground, and they kind of break off because they're like super heavy, and they're like brittle, and they just break off. And again, agony goes through your mind there, and we're gonna say that deals, because of that. I'm gonna use the weight rating there. So that is gonna deal 5 points of damage. You've got the 3 armor, so it's gonna do 2 points of damage. But she literally just changed the living matter into something else here, and you've lost. You still have plenty more. That might be what your mom tells you when you get back home or something. Oh, it's okay, son. You've still got all kinds of other tethers, but you definitely lost a piece of yourself in what she just did there. All right, and then she says, like I said, I don't understand why Brandy Worth from your world would have ever place limits on her. Men should not limit women. Like, women, we are powerful. They should not be limiting us. And then she just kind of cackles at you. And that's it for her turn. Shortcut, your turn.
I hate when evil people make good points,
So
Magneto was right.
She's not on the line, but she's right.
Yes, not on the line, but she's right.
She's wrong, but she's right.
So to get to her, is she still elevated? So to get to her would be one of my actions.
Well, okay. So teleporting, you can get up there.
Okay.
If you don't have a way to get back down after you are up there though, like you're gonna fall.
Right.
Now it's a short fall, but but you would fall. But you can get up to her attack, and then you would fall after that.
Okay. Would I still have a quick action after that?
You're in the same zone.
Yeah.
Well, no, because teleporting in and of itself is a quick action.
That's true.
Like
Well,
foot movement, you can
Right.
move for free. But
You don't have
and
like
teleport.
her turn is over though, right? So I'll get actions.
You think it is? Yes. Yeah.
Like you said that.
I mean, you don't necessarily
I'm
know.
gonna-
Is all I'm saying. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna teleport up like to where she is.
Or let me rephrase. Her turn is over. Just to be
Yeah.
very precise.
Yes,
there.
yes, yes.
Her turn is over. Yes.
I'm gonna teleport up to where she's at and try to strike on the way
Okay.
down.
This looks cool. I can picture this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I got
Very Nightcrawler.
2 successes and 2
Okay.
ones. So I don't think I want to push here.
You got
You
double
don't
damage.
see that you don't see that she tries to block or dodge.
Yeah, and I'm gonna double damage this, just like straight vertical.
So how much is that? 8?
8?
8 damage total. So, again, you see the pink shimmer to life in front of it, and it does, kind of stall the blow somewhat. But you do find some purchase, and you draw some blood,
Oh.
and she screams out, just this blood curdling scream, and basically just, how dare you? I'm so tired of this. I just wanted to take a trip. And anything else shortcut?
I think that's it. I think that's my
All right,
action.
so let me look up the falling real quick,
Oh, no.
because I want to see exactly how we need to play this out. So here we are. Falling. Nope, sorry, wrong place. Altitude. Here we are. Yeah, from elevated, it's D6 points of damage. So roll a D6.
Okay. Rolled a 4.
And you can okay, so now roll an agility roll to see if
Okay.
you can land softly. Every success you roll on the agility roll will eliminate one of those points of
That's
damage.
cool.
Okay.
I like
okay.
that.
So that's 6 for me. Yeah. I got 1 success.
Oh, so
Can I push it? I
Yes, you can.
Okay, because I have no ones, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
re-roll and push this one. And I got 2 more, so I have 3 total. No ones.
Okay, and then the
Hey.
damage was 4, so you take 1 point of falling damage. It
Good
just
job,
kind of
shortcut.
tweaks your ankle a little bit, but it looks way more graceful than what Trick Taker did,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago.
I have 1 health left now.
just a little bit of ice on that ankle, you'll be all right.
Yeah. All right. So now we are.
You land directly in front of me, and I'm gonna, since you're so close, I can now use my healing that I still have the ability for. So, perfect timing, man. Perfect timing.
holding on by a thread,
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll my.
holding on by some lead. Oh, sorry. Too soon.
Too soon.
I'm gonna go ahead and push for you. I've got no ones and 1 success.
Okay.
But there's the ones. So I will be taking 2 hits to my resolve, but giving you 6 health.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
All
I'm
right.
back to 7.
Very nice. Okay. That was pretty clutch. All right. So Trick Taker, is that everything for you?
I still have a quick action shortcut. Do you mind if I scamper away a little bit?
You're good.
Okay, I'm gonna run behind. I'm gonna go through the Homer Simpson through Tether Knight. Back where I was.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it. All right. So new round. Let's see what happens here. This combat is lasting forever in terms of I love it. This is what we all were here for. Okay.
You go third.
She goes first. So
That's all right. That's
after
all right. We all got our actions. We're good.
Adam Evil, and then it is Tether Knight, Shortcut, Trick Taker, Siphon, bringing up the rear this time. So
Brutal.
Adam Evil, Tether Knight, shortcut, trick taker, siphon.
All right.
So you see that is she gonna do this now? Let me ask this real quick, trick taker. Where is the book right now? Do you keep it on your person?
To be honest, yes. I wish I didn't. I feel like in the beginning I said that I can go and get it. I feel like I usually keep it in a satchel on me, but then again, I was in that office reading and the guys told me to come out. So, you know what? In the beginning, I did say I can go and get the book. So normally I would keep it on me, but it is in the office.
So the office, essentially back here is where you were earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
You fool.
Okay.
You fool.
That's what she's
Being
going to do. So basically you see that she flies towards the wall. She's still elevated here. She flies toward the wall and you see that she, basically she transforms the wall into nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And she just flies straight through the wall and then she closes it up behind her. And she is now in the theater and you don't know what she's doing, but she is in the actual, theater itself now. And that's it for her. Tether Knight, what do you do?
I'm gonna pursue her. I'm gonna do my elongated stride as my quick action, so I can move up to
2, I think.
Zones.
Yep.
Oh yeah, move up to 2 zones or 4 by taking a stress. So I can. Oh, and then I can do a slugfest attack, and then I'm gonna just do a very, very quick attack. Even though she ruined some of my tethers, I still have plenty.
You got plenty more where that came from. Yeah. Okay. You're just going to have like a scar that nobody on earth would ever know is even there. But again, if you ever go back home, your mother would know. Yeah. Like, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to be an outcast for sure. So thanks for maiming me. I appreciate that. 7, 8. All right, so I'm rolling 8s.
Okay.
Come on. Please. Oh my god. I got 1 and no successes. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna roll over on the side.
How much resolve do you have left at this point?
I have 3
right?
left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 1 success.
Any other ones?
Nope, no other ones. So I just go down to 2 for my resolve.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what's your slugfest damage? 5?
It is 5.
Okay. So again, shimmery, blue or pink energy. And then but you do see that it definitely gets through. Like you slap her with one of the tendrils. And she kind of like makes a little bit of a sound, but it does look like she is preoccupied and not fully paying attention to what you're doing right now.
Oh my god.
All right, shortcut.
Now we got to get her while she's on the run, dude. You're the only other one that can get up to her to attack.
I'm gonna teleport to her as well, and I think I can teleport up to 2 zones, but I can take an additional point of stress to go a 3rd zone because I can't attack. Can I attack her if I only go to the 2 zones?
No.
Okay.
No, because she is. You don't have. He was able to because he has elongation.
Right.
Right. But yeah, so you would have to get to her zone. Yeah.
I'm gonna take
because technically she can be anywhere in here. Like
I'm gonna take the additional point of stress, which drops me down to 3 resolve.
Okay.
And then I will strike once again.
All right.
Come on, baby. Come on.
1, 2 successes.
Let's go.
And I have 2 1, so I'm not gonna push that. I'm just gonna do the 2 successes, and I will do double damage. Yeah, let's do double damage.
Okay. You really hit her, and the sword makes its way into her body this time, and she is bleeding at this stage. But she finally at that, she had been very preoccupied. It's like she's looking for something, and she turns around. And she uses an interrupt action after the damage. So you said it did 8 damage, right?
Yeah, 8 damage.
Yeah. And then she is going to say, get off me. You can try to dodge or block this if you'd like.
Okay.
Well,
And
actually, you would have to. Well, do you have the deflection talent? I can't remember.
I do. I have deflection.
Okay, yeah. So you can block or dodge, whichever.
Okay. I'm gonna try and I also have my quick teleport, but that costs like a quick action, right?
Quick action. Yes.
Okay, so I can't do that.
Well, actually, yeah. Any of this is going to cost that though.
Okay.
I'm asking if you want to use a quick action to try to do that, but I can't remember if you have actions or not. I guess not, right? Because
I don't think so because I did I teleported and then I did the strike.
All right, so she is going to blast you. That's going to deal 5 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
But she also knocks you back.
Okay.
And it's going to knock you back 2 zones, but you don't hit into anything. But she does knock you back into zone M here. She literally just says, "Get off me!" And it's like your sword is in her side, and she like blasts you off, and the sword like comes out, blood gushing, on you as you go. And you land onto the seats here.
Gotcha.
In M. But we need to, you are falling because you're in elevated. So roll a d6, and then you can also roll agility and see what happens here. So let's find out how much falling damage first.
2.
Okay, so 2. So now make the agility.
I roll my agility. Got it.
And this doesn't cost any actions.
1 success.
Okay, so it does 1 more point of damage.
Okay, so now I'm down to 1.
Okay. All right, so you're still up. I don't know what you're complaining about. You're still up. So then it is that was shortcut. So trick taker. Yes.
So I move 1 zone. I sit down in the chair next to shortcut and I say, "Who'd have thought? Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us."
And I roll to heal him once again because I still have healing. So I'm gonna roll my 6. Yeah, that was the last thing I used.
Yeah, I know.
Oh darn! No success, no miss, or no ones. So I'm
you're
gonna
pushing. How much resolve do you have left?
Oh, I'm at. I have 6 left.
Okay. Plenty. So much left.
That is my character. That's why I have no help.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's not good. All right. Well, I will be taking 3 points of stress in order to heal you 3.
Okay. So I'm up to 4 health.
Up to 4. Okay. All right.
I promise I didn't say all that stuff about the future Midnight City just so you'd heal me a bunch.
Honestly, until you got knocked into that zone, I had no idea what I would do. So this worked out pretty well.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. All right. So it is now Siphon. Your turn. Just as an FYI, there is a window also into the theater from here too.
Mm-hmm.
As you can imagine, because it's a projection.
The projection. Tether Knight, if you could. So previously, Adam Evil turned Tether Knight's tethers into lead, and then they fell to the ground, but they're not usable. But are they still attached to Tether Knight?
Let me ask it this way: do you want them to be?
Yes.
Sure then. Yeah.
I'd like to give, similar to when Invincible broke his arm for a while, he was seen out in public with like a robot arm. I'd like to give him robot tethers. Robot tether arms.
Okay. All right. So where those are, you see them start to transform. I'm assuming just for the sake of uniformity, you're at least like roughly stylizing them like his mechanical cannon arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. I wanted to make sure we weren't going to clash.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Aesthetics are important.
So that happens, and what we'll say here, in that case, again, kind of improvisationally here, we will say that that ends up healing you. So roll a d6.
Me or Tether Knight?
Let's do Siphon. You roll the d6 since you're the one doing here.
3.
Okay, you regain 3 health.
I do.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Because you basically this as he's transforming this, he's like attaching also. So it's stitching you up a little bit as we're doing it. And by the way, we're way off script with that. Like, but that's me. That's me just saying like, hey, I feel like that is what would happen in this circumstance. So
does he have like several cannon arms now?
Not cannon arms, but I thought you were just doing mechanical, like, because we can't make it that complex, but but we will say that he can pick up the basic level of the strike power, which will increase his slugfest damage by 1 if he uses those tentacles. So basically Tether Knight, you can add the strike power. You can just jot down strike for now, and honestly we're gonna have to like still pay for that, just where everybody at home understands. No, you cannot use the transformation power to just give people superpowers. He's going to end up using that retroactively by spending karma to get the strike power, to make all of it legit. But that's an example of how something during play can kind of happen that explains how somebody gets new powers.
So I would have gained karma at the end of this to then get strike, but I'm just getting it now.
All of you would have been getting karma all along here, but we just haven't been covering that part of play during this. And so yes, all of you absolutely would be getting that. If we ever come back to check in on the MidKnights at some point in the future, then yeah, you would have mechanical arm or tethers in this case, and that strike.
This is awesome. This made me really sad, but now it's like me having like a gold tooth, right?
Yeah,
I got my tooth knocked out, and I got a gold tooth instead.
Well, the reason I did it is because they said that you felt like you lost a part of yourself, and you'd have to go home and get out others. And it doesn't look exactly like it does, but it looks even fucking cooler now. So you're welcome,
Yes. All right. Well, that good move, Siphon. Anything else from you?
All I have left, I assume that was a full action, right?
Yep.
All I have left is a quick. I can't really do anything from up there, but I don't want to move from up there. I like where I'm at. So I think I'm going to pass.
You're perched. Okay. I think that's the end of the round, unless I'm missing any. I think that's it. Okay, so let's see what the new round holds. All right. It is going to be Siphon, Trick Taker.
Hell yeah.
Adam Evil, Tether Knight, Shortcut.
All right.
So Siphon, Trick Taker, Adam Evil, Tether Knight, Shortcut.
I am where I want to be, so I pull my my arrows out of my quiver.
Okay.
And I pull back on my arrows. I make a major blast.
All right, new round. She's going to use a quick interrupt action as she sees you, drawing the bow, and she is going to blast at you with a quick blast. All right, let me see. Are you gonna? You could interrupt this with a dodge if you wanted to.
She's able to interrupt my turn.
Yes. yeah. There is a quick blast boost that you can use a blast as an interrupt action.
Cool.
And so she's interrupting you. Yes. Are you gonna dodge?
Dodge is a quick action, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll dodge.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Dodging is, I'm sorry, that is...
Agility.
Oh, yeah, I roll 7.
Probably a good idea. 5, I hope you roll
7. Oh, boy. Not well. I rolled 1 success.
Okay. She got 3 successes. So she still has 2. So she's going to use the double damage stunt on this. And that is going to deal 8 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay. Well, I have 6 health and 5 resolve, and I am going to split them. I'll do 2.
Okay.
I'll do 2.
Resilience for the win. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So that means that you still have health left, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You said how much damage? 8?
8. Yeah.
Jesus. So I'm going down to. I'll go down to 2 health. And 2 health and 1 resolve. Holy shit.
Okay.
2 health and 1 resolve.
But you can continue to make your attack if you would like to do that.
Yeah, she hits me. Fuck.
We can hear Siphon up in the exact.
God damn it! Fucking hurt.
All right. So
And I get up and I'm fucking pissed. And I shoot through the projection. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2 successes. I have 1, but I only have 1 resolve left. I can't push, so I have 2 successes. I'm gonna have to stick with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double damage.
It hits and it would be double damage. She's not dodging.
Okay.
All right. What's the damage? Sorry.
My damage is 4, so would that be 8?
8. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the arrow, she, it looks like she tries to just kind of move out of the way. She's not fast enough. It hits her, and she's certainly looking like a pin cushion, at this point in time. And with each time that she is getting harmed here, you can just tell, it's like her hair is getting messier. Like there's a real Azula energy going on here. Like she is losing it, right now. Which you feel kind of happy about that, like seeing her in that state, that maybe she's close to defeat, but then you also are kind of terrified about what could happen if she, if she pulls out all the stops here, right? So then Trick Taker, it's your turn. I just want to go to the Shadowverse, she screams out.
Siphon, how's your health?
Not great, bud. We're not doing too hot up here.
I don't know if I can heal you this round, though.
Yeah, you can get up there.
Is that a quick action and then a...
Yeah, it's just technically one zone. Like, we'll say you climb through the window.
Okay.
I'm not even going to make you make an agility roll because it wouldn't go well, probably. So we'll say you somehow get up.
I've been doing all right.
You're reasonably tall. Like in our little image, you're taller than. So you were able to get up to the window.
I've always
medic.
I got you. So I'm gonna roll for healing. Ooh, 2 successes. I got some ones, so I'm not gonna push. That'll be 6 health.
6 points of health. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You feel like you really have got a knack for this spell. Like this feels
right.
More and more familiar to you. As you're using this. Anything else, Trick Taker?
Nope.
All right. Her turn. And
no, it's I got that as Tether Knight.
Oh, sweet.
And I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was Siphon, Trick Taker, Adam Evil, Tether Knight, then Shortcut.
I was. Sorry, then that was me writing down wrong.
Okay.
Ignore me.
So, who's right? Me or
you?
Okay, got it. Yeah, I definitely if it was wrong, I want to give all of you the benefit of the doubt here because you certainly need it. All right, so with that, all right, she is going to. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do.
Oh fuck!
You basically see that she just says it one more time. She floats over a little bit, and I guess just where there's clarity, she's in this zone. She floats here, and she says, "I just wanted to go to the Shadowverse," and she lets out this just nova of energy just in front of her. And it's definitely, it is going to do damage all along in every zone in this arc right here. It is going to get to Siphon and Trick Taker up here. The only one it would not affect is Kyle over here, slinked in the corner. All of you can dodge it if you would like. If you have any actions left, you can dodge it. So does anybody have an action left that they want to try to use?
I do.
I still haven't gone, and I can do my quick teleport to just totally get out of the way of this.
Okay, you need to tell me where you're going to try to go, though, because again, it does have quite a range, and so I want to. In other words, you need to choose wisely about which zone you're going to here.
Right.
And you can take the point of stress to go 4 zones instead of 2.
Okay.
As part of the quick,
I would try to get behind her. Shortcut.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that I'll go to like, because that would be. I could go 4 zones by going and go to X even, right? If I go diagonally there.
Well, you could go. I don't mean to cue you up here, but you could literally, like, you do see that this is a blast in front of her.
Yeah.
So it is not like all around.
Go directly behind her. Yeah.
Because then that way you actually could attack on your turn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I like
because
that.
if you go too far away, then you have to use your other action to get to her again, and then you wouldn't be able to attack. Yeah.
Smart.
Okay.
Doing that.
So that one's for free. Don't expect that all the time. But anyway, so all right. So anybody dodging?
I'm gonna try to do my deflection.
Deflection. Okay. All right. Is that it? Okay.
Oh. So. I have no successes, so I just take the brunt of it.
Okay. All of you take 8 points of damage.
Do I minus the 3?
Yes, you would if you have armor.
Yep.
That affects. Is anybody broken with that?
I think I am. So I currently have 8 health and 1 resolve. I can make one of them my resolve, but I would still go down to 0 resolve.
Resolve does not. Resolve just makes you stressed out. It does not break you.
Okay.
So it sounds like you're literally pulling it out. Like you will have 1 health and you will still be standing.
Yeah. And then 0 resolve.
Yeah. Yep, and 0 resolve. That all that means is you can't push anymore.
Gotcha.
Until you rally yourself and basically restore. You can try to take an action to restore some of your resolve if you want to do that, or you can just attack her normal without being able to push. What happened with you, Trick Taker?
I still have my barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So, and full health, which means I lose my barrier and I also go down to 1 point of health.
Wow. Lucky. As this goes out here, what about you, Tethernet? What's happening with you?
So I tried to deflect, and I failed.
Yeah, so you take 8 points of damage.
So
what does that do to your health?
I'm down to 5.
Okay,
I had full health after Siphon healed me up. So
everybody is barely still standing. It sounds like here, except Tethernight's a little bit better off. But basically, as this blast goes out, it's like it's pink energy. But as it's going through, you literally see this like almost like a scar through the movie theater here, where the seats have been turned into like prismatic sludge. Essentially, so you just see like this prismatic sludge, like where she didn't even bother to think of another substance she was turning it into, right? And it just looks like that. The walls in the projection booth where you are just gone now. Like the platform is still there. Half of it is kind of like melted up to where you are, but like everything is gone, and it gets on you. And you feel your body almost like breaking apart in some ways. You've got some gnarly, feelings going on here, but you're miraculously still standing after she's unleashed whatever this thing was that she just did there. All right, Tether Knight, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna, with my elongated abilities. I'm going to try to do a strike, as you called it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically that means that you're going to make a slugfest attack, and then and what that essentially does is it allows you to because we're also going to end up again through karma, we're going to end up giving you probably the deadly hit deadly strike boost that allows you with those cybernetic tethers to essentially do killing blow. It unlocks the stunt, the deadly hit stunt for you. Okay. And again, we're going to retroactively buy that with your karma, but you'll make an attack here, and then we see what happens with the attack first.
Okay. Fuck yeah, dude. I got three successes with no ones, and I still have one resolve, so I can push it and I can end her, and I have a really cool way to do it too if I'm allowed to.
Well, I mean, if you want to push, then by all means, because that would give you other stunts.
We'll try.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna push. I almost want to show you. I got 2 more successes and one, so I'm down to 0 resolve.
Yep.
And
Sick.
that is a total of 5
Wow.
successes.
Okay. So in this case, I would probably recommend, again, this is like a cocktail of stunts here, right? But you would probably want to do the one that is going to be most effective. I'll go ahead and give you this, is do the double damage stunt and then do the deadly hit stunt, like I was mentioning, because this is what Siphon also was able to do. Because that means you'll do all that damage and she would roll on the critical injury table.
Yeah. So my strike damage is 6, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my strike is 6, so that would be 12.
Yep.
And
so
then
go ahead and roll a 6-sided die, and let's just see what happens on the critical injury table here.
4.
Okay. It's going to end up pretty good, I think. All right, so that means, so she is crushed. And in this case, I'm actually going to swap this out because the effects are the same with what you were doing here with these. As you lash out with these, are you grappling and crushing, or are you skewering?
So what I imagined is it's the first time that I'm kind of using these new tethers. So I put them up like this, and they go tink 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 tink, and they all go together like a huge T1000 skewer, right? Like from Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And I look at her and I just go with my other hand, I go like that. and I skewer through her. And then depending on what happens, I have another idea, depending on what happens, if this is the end of her or not.
You absolutely kill her.
Okay. So I skewer through her, right? And then as my tether, the same way that they went to tink 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 and kind of went together, I did the reverse and I opened them up like that whilst they were in her abdomen.
Okay.
Is that,
wow.
I mean, unless...
No, actually, that's a really great idea because of what was about to happen.
Oh, no.
Sorry, guys. I was really mad that she...
No. I mean, as we have seen, Adam Eve can kind of...
Oh, shit!
Oh.
But...
You're right.
I mean, I'm kind of assuming that there's a body for that to happen to. And so what we're going to say here is if you've literally...
she's been separated from all of
her
parts
to the four corners, then we're going to say that, as that happens, you see a flash of energy, and this pinkish light, and it's almost like the pinkish light is trying to find its way, together or something. And but it looks like her random body parts are starting to come together but it's like they just don't have enough connectivity and enough juice for it to happen. And eventually the light fades, and her hearts lay strewn all across the theater, and for a moment everything goes silent, and you briefly survey that again. You've got this swath of destruction that's happened right in the middle of the theater where there used to be seats. It just looks like almost like rainbow magma, all the way through there. All the projection booth walls are just completely gone, melted in a similar fashion. It's like somebody melted a crayon box everywhere. And then you see just blood all over, some of it yours, but most of it hers, and it's splattered across the screen. As the blood is kind of just trickling down the screen, you do hear one of the rafters kind of crashes in the back, and it makes a loud clanging noise to snap you out of the silence, the momentary silence there. But it looks like Adam Evil is no more.
Wow.
We did it.
Good job, TK.
But our base is absolutely destroyed.
So hopefully you all remember poor Kyle Maddox relatively quickly.
I got something for him.
You go check on him. Trick Taker, you've got the spell still going. You're able to get to Kyle. What do you do there?
I go up and check him over and go attempt to heal him if that's
okay. All right, let's
he's
make
still
the roll.
Breathing.
Yeah, he is still breathing. It looks like he's hanging on by a thread.
I've got one success. So there's
all right. So he that's three health. That actually is quite a lot for him.
Mm-hmm.
So he is feeling fit as a fiddle. And it's at this point in time that you go over there, and you see that in the doorway that Adam Evil had just destroyed, you see Bill, and he's standing there with the camera, and he's just kind of like looking around. And then he says, "Were we supposed to be filming?" And then we're going to close things out right there. Going to close things out right there. All right, and so you do eventually. Thankfully, you had some security footage in the theater itself. So the folks at home are going to get to see, that final battle. But ultimately, you were able to take down Adam Evil. The GDA is just completely perplexed and concerned. Cecil has to down more antacids than he normally does. Just the fact that they didn't know that she was there for as long as they did. But probably for the first time ever for you, Tether Knight, because you have started picking up that, I don't know, maybe this person doesn't have your best interest at heart. Maybe he's been manipulating you, here or there. But you definitely haven't heard him compliment you, or certainly not the team. But in the interactions in the days to come, there actually are some, what counts for Cecil Stedman compliments about the job that you did. And he eventually tells you that, with the void that's been left by Darkwing, and he kind of mutters something under his breath about, like, I hate that he's gone, but I guess I'm glad that she didn't get to go in after him and her Invincible. He says, thank you, gratitude for everything that you've done here. We could really use you there to, sticking it out there in Midnight City, and see if you can do some good there, because unfortunately most of the world's forgotten about that place. And it's not the sexiest assignment for most of the other heroes that he works with. And so ask you to keep doing the good work that you're doing. and that, you know, if you ever need some assistance from them, you know, the Global Defense Agency, they can offer it, starting with some renovations on the theater there.
Sweet.
And so he
Nice.
agrees to you know, retrofit some things inside the theater there. And in the weeks to come, a GDA you know, team will come in and start doing some of that. With that, with the threat of who became known as Adam Evil out of the way, we're going to enter into the final interview segment here, and this is going to be with the full team, with And I am joined once again with the MidKnights. I have to say that these last many weeks have been possibly the greatest experience of my life. I've been a fan of superheroes since I was a child, living here in what became Midnight City, seeing the rise of Darkwing and his successor. And it has been truly an honor to get to know more about each of the members of the MidKnights. Thank you all for joining me once again. And this is going to be the wrap up. This is, you know, I would keep doing this forever if I could, but I want people to be able to see what you have all been up to and the journey that you've gone on. And so this is the last time that we're going to speak together, but thank you so much for being a part of Meanwhile in Midnight City. I think that this is going to be, you know, I'm not saying anything like, you know, Pulitzer or Emmy or, you know, anything like that, Peabody. You know, I'm not going to say anything like that, but I do think that this is going to be an important work. All right, let's start out with the questions. I was otherwise occupied in some of the footage that you know, we just saw from the security feeds here in the theater. I was somewhat unoccupied, and I haven't been able to even parse through all of that yet at the time of this interview. Can someone tell me what happened with this villain that we've come to call Adam Evil?
Yeah, so it turns out the mayor of Midnight City was in fact an Adam Eve from another dimension, who came here searching for her lost partner that participated in the Invincible War, and was seeking a way to reunite with them, and was trying to use us to get to that.
And why would she think that you all could help her reunite with her lost lover?
Well, it turns out that book we recovered from the art gallery had kind of was key to accessing this other dimension that she thought her lost lover had been taken to. She was forcing us to help her.
I see. What? So you know, we're going to see where, you know, people on the show here are going to see the destruction that was wrought here in the place that you've come to call home. How does that make you feel that someone came onto your home turf and caused this much destruction, Siphon?
It basically, you'll see for yourself, but the message that we sent is don't fuck with us. We're the MidKnights, and if you come on our turf, we're gonna let you know. So I guess I would say that I'm happy that we got that message out there. And if anybody else wants to try us, bring it.
I think just the fact that people are coming after us where they know we are says something about the fact that we're making a name for ourselves in this city, and that people know that Midnight City's under the protection of the MidKnights.
Are you going to change secret bases? Because I assume, you know, after this airs, it's not going to be secret anymore. Or are you okay with people knowing exactly where you are?
Yeah, so that's the thing. Since certain organization was nice enough to help us revamp this. We have this idea that, and Kyle, this is, just I'm hoping you like this idea as well. We're gonna do a pre-screen of this documentary in our theater home base and invite all of our fans on our new big screen IMAX theater. What do you guys think of that?
I am there, dude. Oh, that is outstanding.
We're changing the name of the base to be home theater.
Oh, I like it. That is very marketable. I think that the Emmy voters would really love that.
On the header above the theater, it's gonna say shortcut. This really resonated with me because we aren't in it for the money or the treasure. And you said knights aren't in it for the treasure, and I think that needs to be our motto at the front of our home theater.
Damn right.
I absolutely love it. Let me ask it this way. So you've been through this harrowing ordeal again. In case anyone wasn't aware through the security footage there, I took quite a blow and I was knocked out for the entire fight. It felt very dangerous to me, and it was a very scary thing to just be out and then wake up to Trick Taker's masked face. But Trick Taker, you brought me back, made me feel better, with your magic, actual magic, which is incredible.
It's nothing I wouldn't do for myself, or Shortcut, or Siphon, or myself again.
And you did, yes.
Over
yes.
and over.
Very good.
Just not TK, right? I didn't need any kind of.
Some people define a hero as someone who is willing to make personal sacrifices to help others, and I personally have seen that from all of you twice now, because you saved me the first night we met. You brought me back here and protected me from this rampaging Adam Evil. What is it? How did that feel to you? Because several of you, as we've spoken, you got hurt. Like, there was a cost to what happened here. How did that feel to you, and does that affect your idea of what a hero is in any way?
I guess I'll go first with this. A big part of me coming to this planet was to find a purpose, and we don't really have anything like heroism on my planet where I'm from, or self-sacrifice even. And one of the things that I'm taking away from this is that, maybe the hunt for what I lost isn't what I'm truly looking for anymore. Maybe it's about what I can give back, because I do feel more whole having saved you multiple times, Kyle.
I will say that.
Go ahead.
I will say that my goal has always been to just get stronger. And joining the MidKnights and being a, quote, hero, as you would call it, was just a way for me to do that. But with the work that we've been doing, I can see that there's more to it than just that. And that being an actual hero from your terms is something that I want to strive to be. I'll say that getting to know you, I've been tough on you because I don't trust easily. I still don't like you, but don't take that personal, because I don't like anybody. But you've proven yourself as an adequate filmmaker, and you've told our story. And if you ever need the help of Siphon, or more so the MidKnights, we'll be there.
I just don't even know what to say to any of that. I think that it was really very kind of you, though, and so I will just say thank you for that. I asked a question earlier in the show about if you had any kind of message for the people of Midnight City, because again, this is such a dark and depressing place to live, and we're all looking for a little bit of hope. The way that I would like to close this out, though, is to ask at this point, after the trials that you've endured, do you have a message for the criminals on the streets of Midnight City that are trying to exploit and trying to harm and trying to do evil in the darkness here on our streets?
Don't everybody go all at once.
I was giving someone else a chance. I'd say that just because, Midnight City is in perpetual darkness, it might be easy for, all the villains and the evildoers out there to hide, but we're kind of one with this place now, and I don't think they can hide from us or stay hidden for very long. Just because, it's always dark here doesn't mean they can be out of sight.
Dark and depressing is where we tend to thrive. If you find yourself in the shadows, you might find us standing right next to you.
And if you're thinking about taking advantage of the people of this city or doing something to hurt people, ask yourself if you're going to fare better than a group of ninjas, a vampire, some mechanical freak from the future, or some evil woman who can rearrange atoms, because they didn't do so well against us, so you might want to think twice.
Yeah, and I may be a knight now, but I have heard some of the criminals in Midnight City call me a monster, and to you, I am that monster.
There you have it, folks. Again, thank you so much for being a part of this, for allowing me to be able to make this series and to put, shine a little light on everything that you're trying to do for us here in Midnight City. It is truly appreciated by this person, and I hope once people see this, that you get that outpouring of appreciation from the lives that you are saving on a daily basis. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Good luck out there.
It's been a few weeks since the events with Adam Evil, but something she said still lingers in Trick Taker's mind. He calls a meeting with the other Midnights, and they gather in the theater lobby. He tells them he's learned everything he can from the Magician's Tome about the darkness cursing their city, and that there's only one thing left to try. Find the Midnight Magician. He shares how proud he is to be a Midnight and assures them that the city is in good hands. Then he looks at Tether Knight and says, "I'll be back," and disappears into the shadows.
After the events in Midnight City, Tether Knight chooses to distance himself from Cecil and the GDA. He's grown tired of feeling manipulated and controlled, and believes it's time to prove, both to himself and the world, that he isn't just a monster. Leaving behind the shadows of Midnight City, he steps into the wider spotlight, beginning a new phase of his earthly pilgrimage. But as he searches for a new sense of purpose, it quickly turns into an unexpected obsession. Getting 100 followers on Facebook.
Siphon receives word that the vampire Zechariah has been spotted near Washington, D.C., and leaves Midnight City to track him down. When he arrives, he's too late. Zechariah had already been killed by a pack of wolves. But not just wolves. Werewolves. To his surprise, Siphon finds he doesn't need vengeance as much as he thought. Knowing Zechariah can't harm anyone else brings him a sense of peace. He stays for a time, gathering intel from a group of werewolf superheroes known as the Wolf Corps. Eventually, Siphon realizes where he truly belongs, back in Midnight City, with the MidKnights.
Shortcut continues sneaking around and teleporting into the GDA headquarters below the Pentagon, trying to track down Cecil and learn more about the captured technician. After many failed attempts, Cecil finally agrees to meet and gives him a list of locations possibly connected to the technician's journey from the future. These days, Shortcut spends his time traveling from place to place, searching for any clues or intel that might reveal more about the technicians and the threat they pose to the world's future.
Thank you for joining me for this journey. Even though we can simply look outside and see that the darkness in Midnight City persists. It gives me hope that there are those out there who are willing to sacrifice to make this city a better place. The MidKnights have done that. I've seen it firsthand. And I, for one, know that I am going to sleep much better at night, knowing that they are out there watching out for us, our protectors. Until next time on Meanwhile in Midnight City.